Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. It's night 7 of the 31 Days of Horror. So there's a little bit of backstory to this particular review. Originally, tonight I was going to review Hell House LLC Part 3, Lake of Fire. So, watched it, got everything ready to do the review. Then I thought, you know what, I'll go back on my channel, check what I thought of Part 2. So I went back in my channel, and I'd never reviewed Part 2. I was sure I had. I was absolutely sure I had, but I hadn't. So I thought, you know what? Okay, I'll rewatch Part 2, and I'll do a dual review for both Part 2 and 3. And I'm glad I did, because honestly, these two movies tie together very well. Let's put it this way. You could watch Hell House LLC Part 2 and be thoroughly entertained. It'll be an interesting movie. When you watch Part 3, though, you see all this interconnected tissue, and it's I'm sure it even goes back to Part 1 as well. I mean, it's like literally, it's like they filmed scenes purposely to interconnect, and I'm sure that that's actually what they did. So we'll start with Part 2. Basic plot, it's more of the same of Hell House LLC. If you've seen that, you know exactly what you're getting. I think it's, I want to say like 6 years later after the events of the first movie. I think it's 6 years. It's some years after the events of the first movie, and there's a show called like Mystery Morning or Morning Mysteries, one or the other. I can't remember the exact title. And they're doing like a show about the events of Hell House at the Abaddon Hotel. You get this stuff intercut with footage that was put together by Russell Wynn. He comes up in the third movie, so there you go. How can I put this? I don't know how to put it without completely ruining or spoiling the story. But I'll say, okay, everything is interconnected. Whether even small little things are just like said like in passing, or a scene that just, you don't think anything else of, but you watch Part 3 and it connects back, and there's a lot of interplay, which is really good. Honestly, I can't really review these as separate movies. I'm gonna try to, but if it's one long narrative, really, and it just works, honestly. Hell House LLC is one of the few series that it does found footage right, and it's just the way that it's framed. It's framed like a literal documentary, and it works very well. Between Hell House LLC and the Fear footage, you got 6 really good movies there to go with. I do have a bit of a gripe with Hell House LLC Part 2 and 3, and all it is like, there's a little bit of questionable CG near the end of both movies, and they were just literally just a few scenes, but they were a little iffy, to say the least. But all in all, that's made up for by good practical effects. It's made up for by good acting. It's made up for with just all around creepy atmosphere. And if I have to give a rating for Parts 2 and 3, I'll go 8 and 8. 8 out of 10 for both of them. They're good flicks. and you can definitely do worse if you're in the mood for some creepy found footage style horror flicks. They're on Tubi. I think they're on a lot of other streaming sites as well as. Sorry if there's jump cut there. Just run out of memory again. So yeah, 8 out of 8. They're really solid flicks. They're all on Tubi. I'm hoping I haven't said this before. Including the director's cut of Part 1, which I also have on DVD. It's definitely one... Let's put it this way, I haven't watched the standard version of Hell House LLC. I've only seen the director's cut, and the director's cut is badass, so give it a shot. So yeah, that's it for me. See you tomorrow.